Well, our lesson today is going to be on how to retrieve ID card access information for a particular card holder, whether they have a market ID card or an RF tag. So let's first of all log into our Alta Access system. And I just happen to have the icon pinned to my taskbar, so it's one of the things I use pretty frequently. So I pin it to the taskbar so it's always there. And I have already saved password and user login information, and it takes me right to my dashboard. And the dashboard shows you people who have scanned into the system in the past. Well, it shows the past 100 users. You could actually extend that all the way out to the past 500 users. Now, the feature that we need is over here on the left for reports. So let's click on reports. And we're going to click on logs. Now, everyone watching this is an administrator, so you have access to this. If you're not an administrator, you're not going to have access to all these features. Okay, time period. Past 24 hours, that sounds good. But you can go today, yesterday, last 7 days, last full week, last 30 days, last full month, last full quarter, or a custom date range, right? So if you wanted to go from December 1st, and the time, wanted to go from midnight, December 1st, we're going to adjust the time, right? And we go to AM, and that's the time. And the end time, well, it could be today, 22nd of July. And right now it's about 1:47, a little bit thereafter, okay? Going to deliver it to it via email. If you try to deliver it via browser and it's a lot of information, it won't display properly. So we're going to enter an email address. I'm going to enter mine. Okay, just typed in my email address. And we'll name this report. Let's name it Charles 99. Okay. Down here you have all of these fields, columns, that are going to populate on your Excel spreadsheet when this thing downloads. I'm just going to leave them pre-populated. I'm not going to take anything out. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Okay. Now, filter. Oh, and of course you can add a custom field, RF number, employee type, ID number, their company, okay, stuff like that. Even the date of birth, other information that we captured when we created the ID card. Okay, now, add filter. If I just click search right now, it's going to bring up every single ID card within that date range. And being that I'm asking for over a month of data, it's going to take a long time for it to load, and it may not load all of it because it is so much data. Okay, but we're interested in one particular person. So we're going to hit add filter and filter your reports by category, entry, event, rules, sites, users. We're going to filter it by user. Who's the user we're going to look for? Well, I'm going to look for myself. Let's look for Charles. Now, I've been here for quite a while, and I have had a lot of ID cards that have been, lost, broken, replaced. Okay, so we're going to get a bunch of things to come up. Let's take a look here. All right, Charles lost tag, Charles. EMT 205, that was way back when I was a sergeant. That was years ago. Ops director is in there a couple of times. This right here, this is me. 30399, that's me. And what I've done is I've included my RF tag number and market ID under one user. So I'm going to click on that. What about these other people? Well, you know what? If I want to see what they were, I can click on those too. Right? So you can click on multiple people if you want to. All right, now I'm going to hit search. The thing to remember is this. In this system, you have a user, which is the person, and you have a credential, which is the market ID, the RF tag, or the mobile app that allows you to use your phone to open up the gate. So what I did to make it easy for me to find me is I put everything under one person. All right. Some people are built with one user for their market ID and one user for their RF tag for their car. If you see that, just select them both. Easy. And you will be able to get the information. So now I'm going to hit search. And it says your report will be delivered to your email. And this is going to take a little while depending upon how much information you have requested. There's my data. Okay, now this is Excel, so you use your regular Excel tools. All right, you open up your columns. You can center your information. Okay. Stuff that you don't need, you can go ahead and delete it. Right? We know we're in New York, in America, because we only have one site, so I can just delete that column. I'm looking for events where I was able to unlock and where that was granted. Okay. The user, that's me. The organization, well, there's only one organization. That's Hunts Point Produce Market, so I can delete that. The credential type, credential detail, the target, well, the target and the device are the same, so I'm going to delete that. I don't need to see that. Request, location, all the stuff I don't need. Okay, does show my phone number, does show my market ID, does show the company. Okay. The credential type and the credential, especially the credential detail, is very, very important, because you need to know, did the person use their ID or did they use their RF tag? So 34438, that's my RF tag number, while 30399 is my market ID number, right? Like you see here, 30399, that's the ID number. So that was at the Westgate where I used my market ID. And it is in here. Well, we have to sort it. So let's sort it again, get it in the right format. All right, so the first, we just want to sort it by date, right? Straight by date. And that's column A. And we want, you can go oldest to newest or newest to oldest, however you like. Okay, and there it is, sorted from the newest to the oldest. Okay, so West Pedestrian Gate, 1631 and 602. Right, so I came through lane 1 yesterday at the 21st at 6:02 a.m. Now, regarding lane 1, that antenna is sending out a ping looking for an RF tag like 3 or 4 times a second. If you come through lane 1 and you sit there and you wave and say hello to the toll collector in lane 2, or you stop and have a conversation with somebody, it's going to keep pinging, 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 pinging. And that's why you see these multiple pings. So when you're coming through lane 1, if there's no one in front of you and it's safe, just drive on through lane 1 once that arm opens. Because the longer you sit there, the longer it just keeps pinging, 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 pinging. And you can see that's what I did here on the 15th at 6:43. I was sitting there. It took me almost a minute to get to that lane, and it just kept on pinging, 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 pinging. So when you see that, that's what's going on. North lot, I was working in the north lot, it just kept on pinging, okay? When you use your ID card to come through like the north pedestrian gate, it's just one swipe, and you got one entry, just one ping. But with the RF tag, the longer you sit there in that lane, it just keeps pinging, pinging, pinging until you move. And that's why you're going to see that multiple entries when somebody comes through the RF lane, like lane 1 or north line. It doesn't mean that they came through multiple times, because if you notice, it's all at the same time. It's just that they took a long time to move out of range of the antenna. Okay, so you can sort these things however you want, right? So this is sorted by time, and the time is the most recent from the 21st going back to December 1st, 2024, and there we go, 12/2. So I can sort it in other ways. Go to custom sort, okay, and I want to sort it by device. Device is column E. And then after I sort it by device, I want to sort it by time, which is column A. Right? Go. Okay, it is not cooperating with me. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now it has just resorted, but resorted by device. So according to this, I have come through Westgate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the past month. Okay, I came through lane 4 twice, lane 2 once, and all the rest are lane 1 and then north line. And yeah, that was it. So once you pull the information up in Excel, you can just sort it however you like. If there are columns here that you don't need, you can delete it. And as you can see with mine, I have my RF tag and my market ID under one user. So there's my market ID number, and here is my RF tag number. And you can see that it, I use the RF tag in lane 1, and I'm using the market ID in lane 4. Okay, and that's how you do it. So for those of you who are familiar with Excel, this is going to be pretty easy. It is nowhere near as easy as Trimmy used to be. Trimmy, you could just click on the person, go to history, and it brought up everything. Here you have to do a little bit more work. So it's a bit more inconvenient, but the information is there. All right, any questions? Give me a call. You're going to, it's like anything else, the more you use it, the more familiar you become with it. Take care.